What is up, you guys? We got another quick post in the Neville subreddit today, and this one is called How I Manifest Without Using Any Methods by Botaro, posted a day ago. Firstly, I want to say there isn't anything bad with methods such as SATs, lullaby, subliminal, affirming, and all the methods you can imagine. But I believe each person is a huge different world. You can confirm that with the beliefs each person has. Obviously, anyone can change his or her beliefs, but another thing anyone can do is try different methods and find the best one for them. Secondly, and lastly, just before going directly to the point, my first language is Spanish. I can defend myself pretty well in English, but sorry for any mistakes. I found that affirming 24/7, SATs, the lullaby method, didn't give me the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It didn't feel right for me. I felt anxiety because I don't really know why. Something inside of me was telling me to try another thing. Again, it's totally fine if these work for you. It wasn't my thing. Not a long time ago, I found people who commanded their subconscious to give them results. I tried it too, but again, it didn't feel right until I found the best way to do it. I was trying almost like treating my subconscious like shit, but I started treating it like a friend, like God, like my father, like someone who would give me anything I desire because he loves me. Here is what I do. 1, you don't have to feel totally relaxed. You don't even have to close your eyes. I do both mostly, but you can talk with your inner God anytime you want, any way you want. 2, I explain exactly what I want. Be careful and specific. For example, yesterday I manifested using this method that I wanted to have 2 days without doing anything. Totally relaxed in a friend's house. And really, I'm not doing anything. My friends are doing everything. I'm almost like bored every day until I manifested to do something fun and I went shopping with a friend. 3, feel your subconscious like a friend. Like I've said, something or someone who would do everything for you. I believe it's God, and after some conversations with him, I understand why some desires take longer times to manifest, and I stopped having anxieties about the time lapse. With a dream, I understood that feeling bad or treating my subconscious badly because he didn't manifest what I wanted was wrong, because it was finding the best way to fulfill exactly what I want or what I asked. If you feel that way, do the exercise again. Talk with your subconscious like a friend, and you will feel the wish fulfilled again, and the anxiety will drop. After believing in your inner power, all you have to do is believe that you have received or will receive and collect what you've asked. If you have any further questions, ask anything in the comments. So the seeking mind replied, strangely enough, you are doing it in the exact way the Bible outlined. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you have received and you will. So you were praying in the old-fashioned way while understanding the importance of believing in the process itself. The OP writes, exactly, and it makes me feel a lot of peace. I was inspired in that verse of the Bible, honestly. Ronade writes, this is a lot like Joseph Murphy's teachings too, but you put it very succinctly and I'm finding it helpful. Thank you. The OP writes, yep, I've read him and POSM. I'm not sure what that stands for. Connie Mendez too. It's amazing to have that much information to read and methods to choose from. The Seeking Mind wrote again, that's wonderful to hear and to give you further inspiration. I don't generally do this nowadays. I find SATs works best for me, but I've had 2 major things happen via simply praying the way you have outlined. Okay, and then we have an interesting thing on Reddit here where there's a post that is highlighted in red. And it says, I do something similar that works. I've learned a technique a while ago, and after a few years of doing it and realizing that I get everything I ask for this way, I now have unshakable belief that it works for me. I write a letter to God outlining what the problem is with my current situation, condition, state, and what I would like him to do about it, what resolution I would like, and by which date and time. I always sign the letter, thanking God, my best friend, biggest supporter, who always gives me everything I want, who answers all my prayers, and then I forget about it. Or if a thought pops up, I just remind myself that God is dealing with it, and it always works. OP writes, hey, looks like we have the same technique because it's like talking with God with letters. I love your method. I even do the same when I get a thought. I remind myself that God is dealing with it. Then he asks, how long does it usually take to materialize? Plenty AD replies, this technique never fails for me. I've intentionally manifested a lot over the years using this technique. New house, date night, appointment changes, being given my Nan's ring, lost items, free private school place for my son, the exact kittens I wanted, items going on sale, an ex returning by a certain date, bad situations turning around, a precise acreage of land in the exact area I wanted when I had no money to pay for it. It works best for me if I need God to intervene with another person or situation. I just write it down and believe it's coming. I don't have to interfere with the 3D at all. Most recently, I needed a business partner to sign paperwork by a certain deadline, and she was not replying. She had read my message, and even after I chased her, nothing. So I wrote a letter to God within, asking for her to respond, and signed the letter by the end of the day. Less than 5 minutes after I wrote the letter, I received a positive response from her, even though she had ignored me all week. One thing I forgot to add is that every time I receive my desire, I acknowledge that it was because of the letter, and I thank God. I believe this is what has strengthened my belief, so that now it's unfailing for me. I get everything I ask for. It's ridiculous. That would be amazing to have a technique that they, according to them, never fails. Vadim Zeland talks about a similar method in Transurfing where he says to speak to your guardian angel is what he calls it in Transurfing, and to allow them to take care of it. And as I've read here, this is similar to techniques by Joseph Murphy and others, the teachers that they mentioned here. I'm not sure, a couple of them I'm not familiar with. But in any case, a very interesting technique to use, to hand it over to God or your guardian angel or whatever resonates with you, a friend, treating the subconscious as a friend, and allowing the friend or the guardian angel or God to take care of it for you. And that way it does remove resistance because you're not straining and feeling that it's all the pressure. You know, you're absolving you're taking away the pressure from yourself and allowing the situation to be resolved. Similarly to almost like using external intention in the book Transurfing, allowing the world to solve the problem for you. So anyways, very interesting food for thought, interesting method here. And it is a method, although they say without using any methods. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys found this helpful or what you think about it in the comments. Hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.